Hi, Gemini. I wouldn't really say struggling with your reading, but I know the kind of lull that it's taken because of this Mercury retrograde. And, ooh, look at that. I like it. King of Pentacles is showing up right off the bat. So you could be dealing with an earth sign. You could also be coming into your own financial abundance, and you created it from scratch with the Page of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign that is being a little bit childish at the moment. I don't even want to say childlike. I just want to say childish. Somebody who is probably being very diminished by the Mercury retrograde. The earth signs are, Scorpio season is deep enough as it is. But when you are an earth sign and it's also deep, I feel like you just need to have boundaries with this person. I feel like there are some situations that you can probably look past, that you don't have to get yourself involved in. I feel like if you don't put up your boundaries, things could get a little bit more emotional than you would care for them to. Ooh. Oh, it's the first Wednesday of the month. I'm like, why are the tornado sirens going off? I don't know if you can hear them or not. It's the first Wednesday of the month, and here in the Midwest, you got to check the tornado sirens year round. So even in the fall, in the winter, in the spring, and the summer, like every season. Okay. I actually really like this reading because I feel like you're getting, you're allowing yourself to transmute an energy that wasn't serving you by putting up healthy, loving boundaries. I feel like you are recognizing where your limits are and you're setting them. And you're like, I want us to be on the same page, but if you're going to come at me like that. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Six of Swords. So you going in a new direction is going to make things easier for you. Like you allowing yourself to take a risk. It's like you almost need to take a risk on yourself. And you allowing yourself to do that is going to change everything for you. That's like the best thing that you can do for yourself. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. So this person was pretty harsh for you. Kind of broke you to pieces. The Three of Swords. Yeah. Tore you up a little bit. Let's see. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be family. This could be with friends. But somebody really ripped you a new one. Made you feel horrible, horrible, horrible. Made you feel like you were less than who you truly are. I don't want you to hold on to that. I don't want you to hold on to, because I feel like this earth energy is you. I feel like you're trying to stay grounded and you're trying to stay focused on growing and doing what you need to do. And maybe this older earth energy came along, smacked you upside the head and knocked you off your pedestal. And sometimes we have to be knocked off our pedestal, but I feel like you allowing yourself to have boundaries, especially like when it comes to your emotional well-being, your mental and your emotional well-being. That Four of Pentacles on the Page of Pentacles, part of you are doing like a startup and it's not going well. Like I feel like some of you are starting up a business and the money thing, like you're holding on to, this is not allowing the universe to work in your life. The Four of Pentacles, because this is holding on to everything you have because you feel like you're going to lose it if you don't. Let's see what the Seven of Wands is. Here we are. Okay. So this storyline, it's so cute. All right. So somebody's dealing with a Taurus who they've had to put boundaries up on because that Taurus was not, they were not giving you what you truly needed. Like one of you Geminis is for real dealing with a Taurus and you've blocked them. And that's, I mean, I feel like that's okay. They weren't giving you, they weren't giving you what you needed. And so you were holding on for dear life to what they were giving you. And now you're like, I'm done. And with the Fool energy, you being done also means that you are leveling yourself up and being vulnerable and allowing yourself to like look elsewhere and expand and grow, right? With the Six of Swords, you're leading yourself into easier times and easier days with that. So and this doesn't have to be a Taurus. It could be a Virgo or a Capricorn as well. But I do feel like there's some sort of societal demand or there was some sort of expectation from somebody and it broke. It broke you down. Broke you down. Okay, so let's see what we have for the Six of Swords. Okay. I feel like in order for things, like I feel like everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to turn out great and dandy and fantastic for you. But you have to believe. And you have to leave your past in your past. The Five of Pentacles on the Queen of Cups. Here's the thing is you can only be disappointed by people who you have expectations for. And if these people don't know what your expectations are of them and you never told them, then you really don't have a right to feel like they owe you something. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that in like the kindest way. Like I don't want you to set your sights on somebody or expect something out of somebody when clearly they're not giving anything back to you. And I feel like your emotional capacity right now is so wrapped up in your funds, like money and material stuff. If you keep trying to identify yourself with the things that you have around you or the income that you're bringing in, or if your identity is so wrapped up in what you don't have, like, yes, that could bring anybody to an emotional standpoint in their life. And so what I want you to start doing is focusing on the things that you do have. And it's going to take a lot of guts for you to be vulnerable enough, right? So, and the self-alignment workshop that I'm offering on November 10th is amazing. Like everybody there have been a little over 100 people that took it earlier in October, and there was like nothing but good feedback from it. And like the tools that I give you in this workshop, literally you can start changing your life like right away, just by recognizing where you're blocking yourself. And I feel like for some of you, that might be really beneficial. It's cheaper than a reading. And if you can't make the live, you get it recorded. And I'm only pushing this because I use the tools in my life. And now I can look at my future as something that's full of hope, and I'm an open vessel to receive, right? And that's all I'm saying. That's all I want for you guys. And I feel like you've allowed yourself to get entangled with people that made you feel like you were less than who you truly are. And instead of following your own gut instincts and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and take risks, you kept yourself small. And because you needed the belief system of somebody else, or you needed the belief or the support from somebody else in order for you to feel like it was valid for you to move forward. It's 11/11, by the way. Speaking of 11/11, I am doing a special 11/11 meditation on November 11th to harness our powers, to harness our power. Check out the meditation and Reiki page for that to register. But the Six of Wands on the Six of Swords, you're moving into victory, and you're moving away from the idea that everything around you, you know, and I'm not saying that you're not like materialistic. I'm not saying any of that, right? And I'm not going to try and over-explain this because I think that the majority of you understand what I'm saying. That don't let the things that you have in your life define who you truly are, because you know who you truly are deep down. And if you keep trying to hide that and you keep forcing it away, the harder it's going to be for you to be happy in life, right? Without being your true self. So, you know, yes, it's a confusing time. Yes, you probably will feel like fighting. Yes, this is going to be a great burden for you, this time period, because of where Mercury is placed. It's in your 6th house. It's representing, like, some of you are getting sick. Some of you are not, like, some of you are forget to set the alarm, or the alarm doesn't go off, or like something that's happening in your day-to-day, right? Or something with your health. It's going to be a struggle, and it's going to be a confusing time, but the way that you use this time to your benefit is allowing yourself to see how far you've come. And maybe go back to the retrograde in March and see where you were then versus where you are now. And if you don't feel like you've gone very far between now and then, and you're still sort of struggling with your identity, I feel like you have people around you that could be a really good support system and help you start manifesting your future, and helping you to start manifesting change, and helping you to create. So I don't want you to ignore the offers of help from other people. And I also don't want you to ignore the cry of what's going on within you. Because you're changing and you're evolving all the time. So, I think in November, you will recognize who you need to cut off from your life because it's just too painful. And I think that you choose to do that. And I think that you are starting to realize how you have attached yourself to the idea of the materialistic world, and have allowed that to define you, and you're no longer doing that. And I think that November is going to be sort of a life-changing month for you, which is good, because 2020 is going to be huge. And it's not going to be an easy kind of huge, but we're all leveling up in some way. And I think that in November, this Mercury retrograde is giving you the opportunity to see all of that. Okay. So check out my self-alignment course. I do have some reading openings for the end of November. Like the last 2 weeks in November, I do have reading openings for that. So if you want to get in for like a 30-minute reading, check out the description box. All of the information is there. So the self-alignment workshop and the weekly meditations, they're fantastic. They're amazing. Oh, and I do have some 6-month forecast, 2020 forecasts available. I think I have like 6 spots left for December for those. So I love you guys. Take really good care of yourselves. Have a good month. Bye.